Hello, Peter. It is December 12th, and we are just packing up our stuff to get out of here, so I'm going to do a walk around through. Got the tent on today. Steps came out nice, looks good there. Looks good. Looks real good. With these flips, you could go on forever. You could go on forever. But we kind of learned at some point you gotta say, okay, that is good. And we're there. Shed's nice. Ground is very soggy. You see it's starting to, well, you probably can't, you might be able to hear it. It's kind of waterish. This backyard is like a pond. So there's water around. We're just gonna, the river's right there, so I mean, it's just a natural thing. We'll have to keep a tight eye on our sump pumps and such. Shed, like I said, it's a nice sturdy shed. Had my doubts in the beginning. One thing I don't like about it, I didn't really notice it, is there's a pretty sizable gap in between the doors. There's really nothing you can do about it. I'm looking for some sort of little sweep that maybe we can put in here to but it's nice. I mean, it's not 100% sealed, but it's nice for sure. Like I say, when you shut this, you can see the gap there. I want to find some kind of a sweep to fasten to this rail, just so snow ain't blowing right in. I mean, even where the hinges go, there's a, 1/4-inch gap. So, yeah. It's not 100% weatherproof, but it's a nice little shed. Okay. A little finicky yet. Okay. It's come a long ways, for sure. that grate ends up as too big. I'm gonna have to, I special ordered it. So I have to finish that. Up the stairs. I just remembered I didn't put a coat of poly on these, so I'll have to stop back and hit that. Wire shelving in this closet with a bar and a couple wire shelves back there. This one had a shelf in here and a bar. We actually added one shelf in here. I ran out of the wire shelving and I said probably enough. But if you want me to, I can put a second one in there. Door came out pretty good. We ended up putting a third coat, 3 coats on these doors. The third coat seems to have covered everything. They look good. Yeah. Same thing in this pantry closet. We did wire shelving, a little narrower one up top. It's a good looking bathroom. Kitchen looks great. We got all our shelves in the cupboards now. Refrigerator making ice. Got 2 shelves in these closets with a clothes rod. That's the inside, the front door closet. Same concept in both of these other rooms. 2 shelves and the clothes bar. And this room actually had, I believe, wooden shelves in it that never came out, so they cleaned up nice, so we ran with them. That window has a broken seal. Another one of them things, just didn't quite get to that guy. Good looking bathroom. Oh, nice. Wash machine and dryer tucked in there. Test rove, they run good. Had to switch this door. It was opening the other way. Got our shelves in here. Looks good. Nice little laundry area. Came out good. Hit this rail with a coat of white as well. It was a little dinged up. There's the vent for this range. Goes down through the floor and then pops out right there. And back off here, tile came out sweet. Here we go. Basement. Nice, looks good. Nice and neat. Okay, down here we had talked about in the crawl space doing a small dehumidifier to drain into the sump pump and a fan just to keep air circulating nicely out there. And the dehumidifier that was here was in bad shape. It actually leaked. It did the job. Obviously, when we were here working, we could didn't matter that it was leaking. So really need another larger dehumidifier, full-size one out here, and in addition to a smaller one in here. And then the fan. And for whatever reason, actually, if you look on the wall, you can kind of see water was a little bit seeping through there a little bit maybe, or kind of looked it to me. So I took the cover off, and the crock was full of water, wasn't overflowing, but the sump pump hadn't kicked on. It's a float style sump pump. It's got a little float in it. When it tips up, it kicks the switch. I messed with it a little bit, and actually it kicked on. Why it didn't that time, I'm not sure. So I'm thinking I would lean towards just putting a new sump pump in there. We bought the new one when we did bubbling, and I took bubblings and brought it over here, and that's the sump pump that's in there. It worked at bubbling until that thing blew apart, and then it was just easier to rebuild it with a new sump and put it together, to put it down in the hole together in that instance. So that's what we did. And then brought that one over here, and I believe that's the one that's in here. And that one is already a new one. So it seems to be working fine now. Not that there's water getting into it, but I can take the switch and move it, and it kicks on. I might, for what it costs, I would, if it were me, I think I would just put a new one in just because of how wet it is around here. It's going to get wet in the spring. It's wet out there right now. This sump pump runs, throughout, nothing crazy, but it runs. It's always kicking in some water. And you can even see, looking down into these French drains now, the little dampness down in those. So the dry lock's doing its job. It's bringing it down to the French drain. No accumulation of water, but you can see a little dampness. So we want to have the dehumidifier running here as well. A little more up front here for whatever reason. So yeah, just kind of putting that out there. I'm thinking you're probably going to want to put a new one in there. We could run with it the way it is. But back in there probably might be just best to make sure we're a little more confident. Furnace is running good. Yeah, we look good. I like it. So as much as I want to say that's it, probably not quite it, but but we're ready to move forward.